Hello, and thank you so much for joining me for Faithful Fridays. What a blessing it is to be alive and well and here to join you for another Faithful Friday. If you're feeling like me, you're glad it's Friday. It was a short week for most. However, you're always happy to see the weekend. You're always happy to complete another week, especially if you've been purposed to do those things that you're passionate about. If you're in the Midwest, we're expecting an absolutely beautiful weekend. I think we're trending mid to high 70s. So you know the drill. Get out and do some things that your future self will thank you for. As for me, it was a new week with new goals, and I was excited about it. I was off on Monday, was able to get some things done. One of the things I'd had on my list to get done was cleaning out my garage. My garage has been in shambles for quite some time, and I kept keeping it on my to-do list to get it done, get it cleaned out, get some stuff over to that local Goodwill and charities, those things that you're not using before this new season begins. And so Monday, I was finally able to get that done. And even as I sit back and reflect on that today and go in the garage, I'm just grateful about it. I'm grateful, one, that I did what I said that I would do, but two, now that I have order. Not that I'm a messy person, but sometimes we just take those secret places and we stuff things in them and things get all out of order. And then we go to look for something and we find ourselves frustrated because we can't find it. Now, Tuesday got here and I was even more grateful because I had an extra day to be able to rest. I was able to rest from my labors on Monday and just the weeks that had went by, I chose to, start my day with God and gratitude and reading my word. I'm like, okay, Monday you missed, so Tuesday you got to get back on track and make sure that you're getting this week set off in a good tone. And so Monday, it was just Tuesday, it was all about focusing on distractions. What were those things that were distracting me, taking away time from God? And so I asked God to show me anything that I had came to depend on more than Him. And whether you want to look at them as distractions, they're distractions like eating, checking my phone, checking my bank account, watching the news. All these things I'm doing immediately as I wake up in the morning, and finding myself doing these before I talk to God. And so I really got into a place that telling myself those things that you focus on will prosper. And that's why it's important that we start our mornings in peace. Wednesday, I can't lie, I woke up and I was feeling extremely convicted. Now, again, I told y'all, Monday, I cleaned the garage. Tuesday, I was on total disconnect. I absorbed every possible show that I had been missing. I caught all up. I caught them up. I knew there was some things I had to let go when it came to concerns of the TV. I've always loved TV. And I've always loved music. And I thank God for the spirit of conviction. When God checks us on certain things that He knows is wasting our time, we have to heed to it. There are so many other things I could have been doing Tuesday, but I chose to sit there and absorb the lives of others, watching these shows that sometimes I get caught up in. And so I just thank God for conviction that, look, you got tons of other things that you could be working on and you need to get them done. Time is not a factor. It's what you're doing with your time that is a factor. And I know in order for me to grow, it's going to take for me taking a firm hold on tomorrow. Vision requires strategy for it to come to pass. It really does. Vision without action, it's a dream. And action without a vision is simply just passing the time. And so when I look back on Tuesday, I was like, yeah, you rested, but you were just passing the time. And I had to be honest with myself about that. What we do, what we do with our today does determine our tomorrow. We have to position ourselves today to make the most of tomorrow's promises. Vision doesn't look back. However, it does look forward through the lens of faith. And so I've got faith about some things that I want to accomplish. And I got to make sure that I'm keeping my lens clear on those things that I should be focused on. We all have struggles. We all have setbacks. We all have tragedies. We all have those moments where we feel lazy and we just don't want to do it right now. But we know that, even when it comes to those tragedies, setbacks, and struggles that we may experience sometimes, I don't care what time causes you to believe, you can get over it. You can get through it. And, you can move forward. We have to place ourselves, guys. And this one really hit me on Thursday. We have to place ourselves in the company of truth. We have to praise God when we get lost in complaints. Those things we don't want to do, or the way we feel like life is treating us, or how we feel like we're in such a tough place. We have to get in the company of truth. We have to. You know, that friend that you talk with that speaks true, listen to him or her. Stay connected with him or her. Let them speak life into you. Let them speak life. Let them speak truth into you. Even when you don't feel like hearing it. Even when you don't, especially when you don't feel like hearing it. You have to stand in the shadow of their faith sometime and allow their faith to wake you up. To wake you up from maybe some of those, things that you're doing that are not propelling you forward, especially when your faith is weak. Especially when your faith is weak. You need some people to be around you that are strong. Let them help lead you back to God, no matter how many times or how much time it takes. Real friends want to see you win. They don't want to see you stay weak. Anybody that's connected to me, I want to see you win. Whatever information I can share, I'm going to share. Whatever resources I have, I'm willing to lend. But I want to see you win. I don't want to see you stay stuck. It does nothing for me to see you stuck. And our friends really are a reflection of us. So if they're a reflection of us and we're winning, what does that say about us? So I'm going to leave that alone. I kept telling y'all this was a good week. The pour was real. I was not only able to pour, but I had others that were pouring into me. God was giving me dreams. Some dreams made sense. Some dreams didn't make sense. But I know that he was giving me warnings. He was showing me signs. He was giving me signals of how I should be proceeding towards my next. And I don't take any sign that God gives me for granted. My radar immediately goes all the way up because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to see you miss it. When you have people that are shedding light and God is showing you things, do not miss what he's trying to show you, because things can be gone in the blink of an eye and you'll wish you would have done what you should have done when you could. And so this week, I was able to absorb some of the online pastors that I've been listening to. And one that caught my eye this week was Darius Daniels. And a couple messages I was able to watch from him. But one in particular, there was just some nuggets that he left and that were downloaded into my spirit that stuck with me that I definitely wanted to share. We want to reach people by sharing those things that can help us to get better. We all got people that can tell us some drama, get us caught up on the latest tea, but we need people that's going to share things with us that's going to help us to grow. And some of the nuggets that he had shared was the more broken you are, the closer God gets. Thank God for brokenness. Thank God for brokenness if it's going to get us closer to God, if it's going to make us realize those things that we're in are not helping us to grow, if it's going to make us wake up to those things that we've been dead to. Another nugget was the enemy does not have a plan for the opposite response. I know all throughout life, I've had particular ways that I've responded to different things that have happened in my life, but I'm very conscious and strategic as to how I respond to things now. I like to think about things. I don't like to give immediate yes. You got to let me think about it for a little bit. I'm not going to just immediately give you a yes. I'm not going to just immediately respond to you. A lot of people know that I communicate with. It may take me a little while to respond because I may have to think about that thing. I'm just not going to be quick to spew off what's in my head, my thoughts, my emotions, because I don't know who I may be hurting or harming just by giving my immediate opinion on something. Another nugget that he gave is that, we need to be around people that reel us in and calm us down. That spoke volumes. You don't always have to have a hype man. We grew up having our hype friends and our hype men that kept us revved up about those things that we were pumped about. But sometimes you just need to get around some people that's going to calm you down. You need to get around some people that's going to tell you it ain't that deep. You just get around some people that's going to speak life and speak sense into you. You don't have to react to everything that happens to you. Some things you just need to let them pass you by because it ain't that deep. You can keep so much more peace by not responding to everything that comes your way. Last but not least, he had spoke on just God will not bless who we pretend to be. And so we've got to get real with ourselves. We got to get real with those that we're around. we got to just be flat out real so that God can really bless us, bless where we're going, bless our household, bless our workplaces, bless our endeavors, bless all that we desire to be. And so, again, y'all, I told you it was a good week. No complaints this way. I'm looking forward to a great weekend. I hope that you're looking to a great weekend as well. It is the disconnect for most. So, you know the drill. Get out and do some things that your future self will thank you for. Because that's all you got. Even if it's just resting, rest. If there's some things that you've been promising yourself that you're going to get done, get them done. And not only that, try to remain consistent. Consistency is key in anything that we want to be successful at. And then get a vision. Write the vision and make it plain of those things that you want to accomplish. Even if it's just in a little notebook, start holding yourself accountable to those things that you said you would get done. But you know the drill. I'll be back on next week. Just wanted to get on and spread my light of just how good God was and how faithful he was on this week and how he continues to be faithful and how he's been flat out amazing in 2023. I look forward to seeing you guys on next weekend. Remember the drill. If you can't be anything else, get out there and let your light shine. I don't care how anybody feels about it. Let your light shine. Others are waiting. Others want you to be transparent about those things that you're going through. It's helping to transform others. I speak to countless people that tell me they watch the videos and that these videos are helping them and that they appreciate me being transparent about those things that I go through and how I'm just grateful for everything that God does bless and allow me to do in my life. And so, yeah, that is all. Have a great weekend, everyone. And you know the drill. I'll see you soon.